it kept stopping the session. So I hope that bug got fixed. I don't know. Let's see. Let's set subscriber mode on. Alrighty. Let's see. All right. So I have opened up our chat. Let me turn the sound off. All right. We should be ready to go. How's everybody doing today? Whose bright idea was it to do a glow sale? You can see my table. There's like glass everywhere. I'm like, oh my word. I'm not going to lie. I was scrambling last minute because I had a lot going on at work. So I managed to get the canisters listed at literally the last second. So we have a lot in today's show. So I did, hello, all y'all. Welcome to the Hot Mess Express. If you don't know me, I'm LaDonna, Bayou Bell Vintiques. I'm out of Omaha, Nebraska. If you're watching on YouTube, we'd love to have you over on Virtual Antique Marketplace. That is where you can bid and find a whole catalog of items that I have for sale, as well as many other wonderful sellers. We have a fantastic community out here. So just want to make sure I mention that because, you know, I tend to get a little focused and forget about those other platforms. So the way I run my auctions, I typically bring everything at a lower price point, give y'all first dibs. Once I put it to buy it now, it is going to be same pricing that I'm going to put on all my other platforms. So give you an idea. That's how I tend to run things. I am always open to offers. You can always message me on Vamp. If you see something, make an offer, you know. So yeah, I think that covers all of our housekeeping. So we're supposed to get storms today. I have no idea how bad it's going to get today. So hopefully we get through this before the weather hits. I was just watching the alert, and I think it's over in western central Nebraska, so it's coming our way. Anyway, all right, let's get started. I brought a pretty wide variety of items. A few things do have combined shipping. Some things do not because simply the size of them. Now, it's not to say if you don't buy jewelry that I won't combine, but there's just going to be some items that I cannot combine because the box will be crazy. So first up, we have, let's leave for my black light. We have this little Amberina Moon and Stars toothpick holder. So if you're not familiar with Amberina, Amberina will have a orange glow, cadmium glow. We might have a hard time seeing. Let me see if I can switch all around. Try to switch all around because I know there's a lot of backlight today because of the weather that's moving in. But these toothpicks, if you can see, they glow orange at the bottom. And then you will have occasionally some other spots up in the red that might do a cadmium glow, but it's mainly going to be the bottom. So I do have this for $12. There are no chips, no cracks anywhere on this. So we're just going to run these. And like I said, whatever doesn't go from the auction will get moved over to the Buy It Now this week. So that is running starting at $12. cute little piece. These are great in your glow cabinet, you know, especially if you have like some little brooches or something that you can put in there that will glow. I like to put a variety in my glow cabinet. I like to do jewelry. I like to do the smalls as well as the larger pieces. I do different colors in my glow cabinet. Alrighty. And a lot of these items are coming out of my personal collection. I am trying, I cannot get everything into my cabinet. So that is why I had to start going through, deciding what collections I am doing. I am pretty much focusing on Stevens and Williams, the antique Victorian glass. So, you know, I love all the glowy glass, but I'd have to have another cabinet to keep it, and that doesn't make any sense. Anybody else like that, where they like a lot of stuff, but let's be honest, do we have the room for that? No. All right, next up, I have this little acro agate, and I thought it was kind of funny because I always thought, whenever I heard acro agate, I always thought it was like the marbled glass. You know, acro agate is actually the brand. And if you see that little logo down at the bottom, that is acro agate, the company. So this would have come from a child's set. Imagine your child playing with this. So this is the picture. I did break up the set. Now, what pieces don't sell today, I will probably just end up bundling them all together. But I thought there might be people out there that maybe are missing certain pieces. So that's why the first pass is unbundled. Okay. So this is going to be $12. And look at this glow. It is, you can kind of see it a little better. It's got a crazy glow to this. It's really, really bright in your glow cabinet. All the measurements for all of these items are in the listing. Like I said, it is a child's picture. So this is going to start at $12 and it is running now. I think these are great. Like if you don't have a big uranium cabinet, these are perfect to put in your cabinet. Like I said, you want height differences in your cabinet to draw the interest in there. No chips, no cracks. All righty. Thank you for your consideration. Next up, I have the little cup. Now, it could also be a toothpick, but it's typically known as the cup in the set. This is going to start at $8, but look at that glow. Look how crazy. Even in the daylight, the glow is amazing on this. And I did take some blacklight pictures as well in the listings that you can look at if you're interested. There are no chips or cracks on this piece, and it is starting at $8 and it is running now. I just love these little pieces. I think they're so cute, but I cannot get past giving this kind of stuff to your child. It boggles my mind. You know, that and those little China tea sets. I mean, I had a set growing up, but I don't think that means I can give my grandbaby a set right now. Oh. All right. Next up, I have 3 of the plates. And then something else I'd like to point out is look at the difference in this green. So this is more of a teal green, where most uranium is that bright green. So whenever you're out shopping, always throw your black light on this teal green. You might be surprised, but look at that. Look at the glow on that. It puts off a really bright glow And in some cases, I find the glow on this color is even more vibrant than your traditional uranium. So I have a set of 3 of those. Again, acro agate, no chips, no cracks, perfect size if you have marbles in your cabinet, or if you want to put your brooches that glow as well on these. I like to do that. Sometimes I put them up with a little picture, like one of those little clear plastic picture holders, so that I can get more in my cabinet, because, you know, that's what it's all about, cramming everything I can in my cabinet, right? So we're going to start these at $12, and they are running now. I had a pretty wide variety of items that I brought today. Some are antiques, some are depression, some are mid-century, some are a little more modern. So, okay, thank you for your consideration on that. Let's see, what will we do next? Okay, I have 2 of these little pilgrim glass ducks. I found these down in Kansas City a while back, but these are by Pilgrim Glass. The only difference in the 2 was the beak structure. One was a little more upturned than the other was, but you do have your glow on there. Let me put this down. You see, you get that cadmium glow up at the head. There's a little on the tail. I know it's pretty light out, and I do apologize for that. But see, I think you can get a better idea of how that glow is on this. So I have 2, like I said, they are starting at $20. There are no chips or cracks on either one of them, to give you an idea of the difference. See, this one was a little more upturned than this one, but they're identical other than that. Super cute. Like I said, a great addition to your glow cabinet. And this is going to start now for $20. And again, these are first dibs. The prices are lower. They're lower than what you will find on other platforms. But when they do move over to the buy it now, they will be more competitive in line with the other platforms. Alrighty, thank you for your consideration. How is everybody's weather out there? Are we finally getting past all these floods and stuff? It's just been horrific weather. It was a little muggy this morning. We went for a walk about 7 a.m., but it was still kind of muggy. Alrighty. Next up is going to be this Fenton uranium glass swan open salt or trinket dish, if you prefer. The only call out was right here. You see that? It does have a little bit of a rough spot. I'm assuming it would have went up like that over there. So that is the only call out for that. No chips, cracks to the beak, which is really kind of where I would have expected the damage to have been on that. But look at the glow. Look how crazy that is. It is so bright. It is absolutely gorgeous. So this was a mold that was used by other companies. You might see one that has more of an opalescent head to that. I think that one was attributed to Dugan. I could be wrong. But this one is a Fenton. So, and this is going to start for $24. And it is running now. I did recomp everything yesterday The comps are staying pretty strong for your uranium pieces, by the way, um, even with that tiny bit of damage to it. Alrighty, thank you for your consideration on that. Again, everything will be going to the buy it now. Next up, I have this William Ward Titan Art Glass. This is a 1993 and it's the Cardinal of Love. Now, this one is on a heart and it has the baby. A lot of times you will just see the two adults on the heart. The one with the baby is a little bit harder to find out there. And it is 1993 William Ward Titan Art Glass Cardinals of Love. Super, super cute. So the glow on this one, I don't know if you can tell, the glow is mainly on the beaks, and then there is striation on this heart. It's a little hard to see in this lighting. Unfortunately, I do believe I captured a picture of it though, so that you could look at it a little closer if you were interested in that. So this is a heavy little bird, I will tell you that. It comes in almost at a pound. So it is a solid piece of glass. But if you collect the Leo Ward, or like I said, the Titan Art Glass, which was kind of like the sister company with Leo's company that did the bluebirds mainly. It's the same family. So this is going to start at 16 and it is running now. I have a pretty large collection. I have all colors of these birds. I have the greens, I have the carnival, I have the pink, the yellows, the blues, the reds. I don't think there's any colors I don't have yet. So thank you for looking at that. But I did decide, I was like, I cannot keep all of these birds. It simply would just take up too much room. So I have to show you on my display at some point. I have like a 3-tier system. So I have like the bigger birds, the medium birds, and then the little tiny birds of all the colors. And it's really pretty when it's lit up. Alrighty, let's see. What shall we do next? Let's do this canoe. So this is an Ellie Smith Amberina Daisy and Button canoe. No chips, no cracks. Your glow is going to be primarily where the yellow comes in and the bottom. So this is a great piece to put on like your middle shelf so that your light that's coming up from your bottom shelf will make this part glow. So we're going to turn on our black light and you see that cadmium glow that's coming in on that one. It's a really pretty piece. So we're going to start this one, Ellie Smith Amarina Daisy and Button Canoe, for $16. And it is running now. No chips, no cracks on it. It's a beautiful piece. So how are y'all doing? Y'all are like super, super quiet out there. Y'all alive out there? Oh, just asking. Just asking. See how y'all are doing. Next up, let's do this sherbet. I have one sherbet. Again, this is great to even use as a riser. If you have a uranium plate in your cabinet, you can use Thank you, Kat. Thank you. It's just sometimes I'm just like, I don't know, I'm just rambling, This is fine. I can ramble. So the glow, look at the glow on this. Right, right. So we have a great glow on this cup. Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry about that. So I only had one of these cups. And I just wanted to point out, this is not like a crack or anything. That is the seam. You can see the seam just runs all the way up on the cup. But like I said, put your marbles in here. Put a plate on here to create a riser. It'd be really cool to have marbles in here and then a little riser on it for your display in your cabinet. So we have the single sherbet for $6, and it is running now for your consideration. So it has just been a super busy day for me. So work-wise, I have a full-time job on top of this, so we've got a pretty insane schedule right now at work. So I am having to keep this to our designated time line so I can get back to that fun. Thank you for your consideration on that one. Alrighty, let's see. This one. So we have this 1920s Dugan diamond green. It's called Bird in Flight. And sometimes you'll see it referred to as seagulls or swallows. Some people call them swans. There is a swan one, but this is not a swan. And I believe the swan ones were more Fenton than they were Dugan, but it was pretty much the same mold. But if you see, you have your bird with his wings spread out. So it's literally in flight. So there are no chips, no cracks. This is over 100 years old now. And again, it's that green that you don't really normally expect the glow, but look at the glow. Look how insane that glow is, even in daylight. Right, right, exactly. I love this piece. It is gorgeous. So this one is going to be 24, and it is running now. Like I said, this one is an antique. Man, it's making me feel old. I just had my birthday. I just turned 60. So there's that. I'm feeling old. My grandbaby just started pre-K this week. So that really made me feel old. Oh. Alrighty. Next up, I have this Hazel Atlas. It would have had a lid. It's referred to as a refrigerator bowl. Can you imagine putting this in your refrigerator? I mean, it's a heavy, heavy bowl. But again, you could put a plate across it in your display, or you could fill it up with some jewelry to put in your uranium cabinet. I've done many different things with these pieces. I think the only call out I had was right there, just on the lip. There's the tiniest flea bite right there, which, considering they were taking lids on and off, it probably isn't that bad damage-wise. I do see other people online that do have the lids. With the lid, it would have been quite a bit more. I'm just going to tell you, quite a bit more. So if you have a spare lid, you could still list this, but look at the glow on it. It's got a fabulous glow to it. So this is going to start at $16. Like I said, if I'd had the lid, it would have been substantially more. Substantially. So it is running now, $16. Oh, get out of there. Sorry, guys. I have the canisters sitting right next to me, and my cat decided it was a perfect size box. Oh no, you cannot be in there with my L.A. Smith canisters. Thank you for looking at that. Alrighty, let's see. Next up, I have this vase. I don't know anything about it, to be honest. I don't know the age. I do know it is hand blown. You can see the rough pontil. So I am just going to call it an artisan piece. But again, if you have your glow cabinet, you do get that cadmium glow up at the top. It's great for Halloween. Yeah, it is like a neon orange. To give you an idea, like, look at this enamel brooch. Look how bright that vase is. It's crazy. So I priced this at $12, and it is running now. It's a beautiful piece. But like I said, I don't know anything about it. I don't know its age, other than, you know, it is blown glass. You have that rough pontil on it. I thought it was a beautiful piece. I thought, can you imagine for Halloween, like black roses or even like mercury glass or something in there would be pretty. We had that one. All right, let's look at this piece. Now, this piece, I don't believe this dish is what came in here, because all the pictures I found had divided dishes, like relish kind of dishes. I could be wrong, but it does fit in here. So that's how I got it. That's how I'm selling it. It does fit. It doesn't wobble or anything. There are no chips or cracks on this dish. You do have that beautiful uranium green glow on it. The holder does have some wear. You can see it does have some tarnish on it, but it's just a gorgeous piece. And I liked putting like my calling cards in there for display. Do you? See, I could not find this because I was just like, it fits so perfectly. But everything that kept coming up was only the divided dishes. So it really confused me. So I bet the ruffle divided is really pretty. So we're going to start this one for $8. Yeah, that's what I'm used to seeing. So I wasn't used to seeing this one. But so that is running now. It's still a beautiful piece, you know, to mix up in your cabinet. Okay, thank you for your consideration on that one. Then, let's see. Next up, I do have this fan vase, but I have not taken time to get this hard water stain out. So full disclosure, that is why it is priced the way it is. These typically go for much more, but since I did not have time, I usually like to use bond cleaner in these kind of vases to get those stains out, but I just did not have time to deal with it. But here is the glow. Still got that beautiful bright green glow. And you have that pattern. Fan vases, if you've never seen a fan vase, they're more flat and literally in a fanned out shape. So we're going to start this one at 14. It is running. If I find the time to clean it out, the price is definitely going to change on that. Like I said, I just had to start picking and choosing. I have enough glow glass to fill probably 2 more cabinets. And I'm like, I have nowhere to put 2 more cabinets in this house. This is going to be honest. All righty. Next up, I did not even realize this is what this was. Turns out this is a Blenko. 3744X is the number. This one is not as common. You don't find this one. Yeah. So this one is going to go orange. I didn't realize I had a Blenko. I, for years, didn't realize who this was. I knew it was blown glass because you have that very well-known rough pontil. But then I got to doing more research and actually found it. Look at that orange. It's hard to see in this light, but it is a crazy orange. It is so bright. I think I put it in the pictures on the listing when it was in my light box with the black light. I mean, it is, you can kind of get an idea of, look how bright that orange is going to be. It is absolutely stunning in person. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece. So, like I said, it is Blenko. I did price these below the other platforms. Give everybody first dibs on it. This one is going to start at $40. There aren't very many, like I'm going to say less than 2 or 3 maybe. Actually, I think I only found 1 listed, and it was listed substantially higher than this one. I will correct that. I did find just 1 listing for it. All righty. Thank you for your consideration. Hey, Penny Sue. I hope you're doing okay. I think we're going to get some storms here this afternoon, which is wonderful, just wonderful. All right, here's another piece. You may not be as familiar with this. So this is by KOF Glass, is Kushida Art Glass out of Japan. Yeah, I am too, Penny. Mike is just like, I'm going to have to mow again. Like, I know. But you can't get the yard to really dry out. So I'm trying to go out there to do the bird feeder, and it's like I'm swamp. So this is a very heavy piece. Here is your maker's sticker. It is Kushida out of Japan. A lot of times these pieces don't even have their stickers on it. It took me a really long time before I was able to identify this piece because it's just hard to find these. But the glow, if you notice, you're going to get a cadmium orange glow everywhere, that yellow. And then you're going to get, you can see the orange along the lip of it. So it is a beautiful, beautiful piece. And it is a solid piece of glass, I will tell you. There's only a handful of them out there. And I'm going to tell you, sometimes people see these, and when they don't have their sticker, they're like, oh, it's Murano. You want to know what's a dead giveaway to the fact that it's not Murano? Look at this dip. Murano does not have a dip like that. So, and this piece has very, very little scratching on the bottom. So whoever had it before must have kept it on a doily or something, because a lot of times, you know, the bottom is scratched because they were moving them around so much. But again, it is a solid, heavy piece of glass, often referred to a flame handkerchief. So that is going to run now at 42. We're running it now. It's just an absolutely gorgeous piece. Now you kind of get an idea of why it was so hard to identify like Murano versus the import pieces, because they actually did a really good job on these pieces. So thank you for your consideration on that. Then next up, let's do this Fenton poppy ruffled vase. Look at how beautiful this custard is. And look at the flowers. See the poppy? Sometimes I see people misidentify them as cabbage rose. They're not cabbage rose, it's poppy. But the glow on this thing is wild. Look at that. It is very much in your face. The whole piece lights up. Look at that glow. It's absolutely stunning. There are no chips, no cracks on this piece. She is large. She's in charge. She would be a focal point in your cabinet. So we're going to start her at 32, and she is running now. Yeah, these typically don't stick around in my shop very long. They tend to move pretty quickly when I get them. I've had different sizes of this one, and I've never held on to one very long. Alrighty. Thank you for your consideration on that one. Next up, I think we have the canisters next, and then the last piece will be the one that I just can't believe I'm even thinking about partying with this guy. So, all right. So excuse me while I grab these. There was just not enough room on my table to pull all these out. Plus, I was running a little behind schedule. So I have a set of the Amberina Moon and Star canisters. I am selling them individually because, one, I really don't want to ship them together. I'm going to be honest. It would be a nightmare box. Two, I was like, you know, some people might have a missing canister in their collection. So that would be an opportunity to pick them up. So the first one is the smallest one. It's about 5 inches tall. So the canister itself is fine. The lid, however, I do want to do a call out on the lid. So there is a chip along the rim where they must have set it down too hard, but you're not going to see that on your canister. So this one, you can tell you're going to get that cadmium glow around the rim. You're also going to get it on the bottom of the canister, as well as some areas in the design. Yeah. And, you know, honestly, it's hard to find these without any damage to them, you know. And when it's just on that inside part, nobody's ever going to see that, you know. It's still an absolutely gorgeous piece. They still maintain their value. So even if you have these, don't be afraid to list them. because they do sell. Like I said, I have started these below the comps. They do sell consistently. So this one, the small, is going to start at $20. But I thought it was a beautiful piece. I had to scrounge around in my dungeon because I knew I had these, but I couldn't remember where I put them. I just said, I'm gonna just, we're just gonna have a glow sale. I'm grabbing everything. Right? Thank you for your consideration on that. Then I have the next size. Like I said, I have 4 in this. I think 5 came in the site. I could be wrong on that. Don't quote me. But so this one, I did not have the lid for it. You can buy just the lids. They do part them out. They're not that crazy. The prices are pretty reasonable for the lids out there. But there were no chips, cracks, anything to the base of it. And you can kind of tell where that cadmium glow, is coming in on these pieces. You'll get it on the base, but you'll mainly get it up here in that orange area. So I am starting this one with in mind the comps without the lid. So that gives you an idea how well these things do sell, even in this state. It is going to start at $20 and it is running now. Beautiful, beautiful set. If I had more cabinet space, I might consider keeping something like this, but I don't have enough cabinet space for that. But I've seen people that have these huge Moon and Star collections, and they have whole areas just dedicated to all the Moon and Stars. And that's passion. And like they'll have all the colors, which I'm like kind of jealous about that. Yeah, I know. It's that's why I didn't want to ship the whole set. I do see people that do ship the whole sets, but I was like, I don't know about that. I'd rather do local pickup if you want the whole set. Yeah, I know. The bigger the box, the crazier. I mean, I would not doubt if you tried to ship the entire set in one box, you're probably going to be looking around $70 in shipping, which is nuts. So, alrighty. So, next canister. This is the 9-inch one. Yeah, right, Penny Sue? Look at that glow. Again, you've got that cadmium glow. And this one, you can even see more of it as you're going down the canister. I always think it's interesting how you get the glow on cadmium more at the top and the bottoms than you do, in the middle. But look how bright that one is. So there's no chips or cracks to that canister. One tiny call out right here. And it looks to me more like an impact. It doesn't go through, but you can see where they must have caught it on the edge of something. Because there's just the tiniest when you're feeling it, little chip. I mean, it looks like a big chip, but it's not. It's just what they call that impact fracture. But it's only to that area, no other part of it. And again, like I said, you're not going to see that because it's on the inside. It doesn't affect really even the use of this canister. So this one, the 9-inch Moon and Star, is going to start at $38, and it is running now. I love Amberina. It's probably one of my more favorite colors. Well, you're in time for the piece de resistance, though, Beth. The piece that, I can't believe I'm even considering letting go. So thank you for looking and give you an idea. This is how they're all looking stacked up. Then the last canister we have is the biggie. This one is, holy moly. Whoops. This one is 11 inches. This is the largest canister. She is humongous. She does have her lid on her. Yeah, she is. Look at that glow. You've got that amberina glow going all the way down her. The jar itself, there is no chips, no cracks at all to the jar. There is the tiniest of call outs. A little flea bite here. And then one right there on the lid. Again, you're never going to see that on that. And then here is the whole set. If you're wondering how they would all look together. I think there is one more that would have came in that set. I'm pretty sure. So, but I have 4 of them. So the 11-inch Moon and Star canister is going to start at $42, and it is running now. Like I said, all of this will be going to my buy it now. If you decide later that you're interested in them. If you want to do local pickup, I can put these all together, but I'm not shipping them all together. Just gonna tell you right now. Thank you for your consideration on that. So let me put these over here real quick so that I can set up my favorite piece. Y'all are lucky. I'm just telling you. This was a hard one. This was a hard one to even consider letting go. Because y'all know me. You know I collect antique glass. So I had to have me some coming to Jesus talks about this set. And I said, I will offer it to you guys. And we will go from there. So this is definitely an antique. I'm going to bring up the listing so that you can look at it while I'm bringing it up. This one is by the Tarantine Glass Company, circa early 1900s. It is a master berry bowl. I have 5 of the berry bowls. I think I've seen it with 6 berry bowls, but I have 5. None of these have any damage whatsoever to them. They are hand painted. Sometimes you'll see them with gold embossing on them. Let me kind of move this a bit. Oops, I'm sorry. So here is the master. I'm going to bring it back a little bit so you can see the whole set. Check it out. The paint is in amazing condition. So, like I said, there are no chips, no cracks to any of these pieces. The painting on them, the flowers, is in, yeah, right. Yeah, it's fine. These are pretty sturdy, but they are absolutely gorgeous. These are custard, but look at the glow. Look at the insane glow. I tried to load the video of the glow to the listing and it didn't like the size. And unfortunately, I didn't have time to put up a better picture of the glow, but it is the brightest green you have ever seen. So we have it on the individual little bowls and you have it on the master, but look how beautiful. Most of the ones I come across have more of the gold paint. I don't find the hand painted one very often, but this one, I could not believe how good of condition the paint was on. All the little bowls, every single one of them, there was no paint loss on them whatsoever, which is very unusual. So I was just like, did they not use this set? Did they only, display it? Possibly. But look at this glow on this. Look how bright. And this is in the daylight. Am I scaring you, Benny? Oh, we're all good. We're all good. So this is, I'll tell you, a one-time offer. I am going to have to decide if I'm going to put this in the buy it now. I will be honest. I will have to decide that. But it's a one-time offer at $180. I am starting it now. If anybody is interested in this antique berry bowl set, it is circa 1900. You'll be hard pressed to find one in this condition at that price. This was in my glow cabinet displayed, and I took it out because I ran out of space in it. So it is boxed up in my basement right now. So, all right. Then in my, I think it's in the buy it now. I did put, and I don't have it up here, but this Amberina Jack in the Pulpit, if you look, that is also in the buy it now. It glows a crazy orange. I cannot find that piece anywhere, but the closest I have come is they have attributed it to a French glassmaker. So it is available, like I said, in the buy it now. I didn't have time to grab it and bring it upstairs, but it's claim 84. You should go check that out because if you collect Jack in the Pulpits, that is a very unusual piece. I guarantee you, you're not going to find it anywhere else. I also had in my buy it now, I kind of was like looking around going, what else would you put in your glow cabinet? Well, look at this neon orange flower. Look at that. It's got that day glow paint on it. So it has a crazy orange glow to it. Like I said, I put jewelry, marbles, small figures, large vases, plates. I'd run the gamut in my blacklight cabinet to draw interest. And it's, just a constant, when people look at it, they're like, oh, look at that. Oh, what's that? Just keep drawing their eye to different things. So we have that is in the buy it now. Then I also had in the buy it now this little set. And this is a little acrylic bangle. So let me bring that one over. It's in my buy it now for $14. You get the bangle, and then you have the clip-on acrylic earrings. And the earrings will give off that orange glow in your blacklight cabinet. But I thought they were cute paired together, very mid-mod kind of accessories. So I have that. And then the last thing that I have that I did not put a listing in, I like I said, ran out of time. Work is absolutely insane, and it's probably going to be insane for a while. Was if anybody's interested, I do have this little gold tone peridot, but look at that. Look at the glow on that. Your circle is what glows. So if anybody is interested in that, I would run it at $12. It's a beautiful piece. I encourage you guys to always run your black light in your jewelry. You'd be surprised at what will glow in there. But I will get this moved over to the buy it now as well for your consideration. I just, like I said, ran out of time. So that is everything that I pulled. Like I said, the majority of this stuff came out of my personal cabinet because, I'm like, I cannot keep everything. I would love to keep everything, but I cannot keep everything. So everything will be going, with the exception, I don't know about that. Very well said. Not gonna lie, that's a really hard one to let go. But I will be moving everything to the buy it now. It will be cross-posted though. So if you see something get listed and then it disappears, that's because it's sold somewhere else. I'm just going to give you a heads up on that. A lot of things do move. I know, Kat, that's why I'm really torn about letting that go, because it's one of those once in a lifetime pieces that I'm like, I could put it in I have an antique Union Pacific cabinet, and I'm like, I could put it over there. And maybe rig a black light, because I have like a really large Fenton custard, uranium vase that won't fit in my glow cabinet. And so I could put those over there. So I may have to marinate. That's what I like to say. So that is everything I have for y'all today. Unfortunately, I had to get back to my work. I'd much rather hang out here, guys. So I think next week we're going to start working on our fall glass. And sometime in the next 2 weeks, we're going to have a paperweight sale, because I have an obscene amount of paperweights that I would like to get listed before winter hits, because I don't like shipping glass in the winter. I'm just going to be very honest. I will, but I don't like to. So I would like to go ahead and get as much of the glass up and available. People are going to start entertaining here before much longer. I am not happy to see the summer go. I'm fighting, kicking, and screaming. I don't like winter. I'm a coastal girl. So, all right, guys. With that, keep an eye out on the buy it now. Keep an eye on my shows. Like I said, you're going to start seeing a lot of glass coming through. So if glass is your thing, you might want to keep an eye out. Okay. So I will catch y'all on the next one. Bye now.